Some mysteries get solved eventually. These 10 never have. Here are 10 true horror mysteries that still don't have an explanation. And number 1 still gives investigators chills to this day. Number 10. A hiking trail where compasses stop working. Multiple hikers over the decades have reported their compasses spinning uncontrollably at the exact same section of trail, with no metal deposits or magnetic anomalies ever found in the surrounding rock to explain it. GPS devices reportedly lose signal in that same stretch, only to reconnect perfectly the moment hikers pass beyond it. Geologists who've surveyed the area found nothing in the soil composition or rock formations that should interfere with any electronic equipment, leaving park rangers with no official explanation to give hikers beyond a simple warning to bring a backup compass. Number 9. A house where every clock stops at the same time. A family reported that every clock in their home, regardless of type or battery, consistently stopped at 3:15 in the morning for several weeks, only to resume working normally once removed from the house. Electricians found no wiring issues. No electromagnetic interference was ever detected, even after bringing in specialized equipment to measure the home's electrical field around the clock. The family eventually replaced every clock in the house, and the phenomenon simply stopped as suddenly as it started, with no clear trigger identified before or after. Number 8. A recorded voice with no source. A radio station's overnight broadcast was interrupted by a brief, unexplained voice cutting into dead air, speaking a single sentence in a language none of the staff could identify. The station's equipment showed no external signal breach, and the voice was never traced to any broadcasting source, licensed or otherwise. Audio engineers who analyzed the recording confirmed it wasn't a technical glitch or equipment malfunction, and to this day, the station keeps that specific overnight recording archived, unable to explain how it got there in the first place. Number 7. A photograph that keeps developing differently. A family's old photograph, printed decades ago and reprinted multiple times since from the same negative, has reportedly shown a subtly different background each time it's developed, a detail confirmed by multiple family members independently, though photography experts have been unable to explain how a single negative could produce inconsistent results. Each version shows the same people in the same poses, but small background details, a window, a doorway, a shadow, shift slightly with every new print made from that identical negative. Number 6. A town where every dog refuses to enter one specific street. Residents of a small town have long reported that dogs, regardless of breed or temperament, refuse to walk down one particular residential street after dark, often stopping abruptly and refusing to move no matter how their owners coax them. No explanation involving smell, sound, or environmental factor has ever been confirmed, despite several residents bringing in animal behaviorists specifically to investigate the pattern, all of whom left with no clear answer beyond confirming the behavior itself was real and consistent. Number 5. A cave system that echoes footsteps that aren't there. Cavers exploring a well-documented cave system have reported hearing footsteps echoing from empty sections of tunnel, always matching the pace of the explorer's own steps, but originating from a different direction entirely. Acoustic engineers who studied the cave's structure found no natural echo pattern capable of producing that specific effect, and experienced guides who've worked that cave system for years still refuse to explore certain sections alone, regardless of how many times they've been reassured it's simply an acoustic quirk. Number 4. A hospital room number that was permanently removed. An older hospital reportedly removed the number 4 from an entire wing after repeated independent complaints from patients and staff about the same unexplained sounds and sensations in that specific room. despite no official incident ever being publicly documented to justify the change. Staff who've worked there for decades still refer to it informally by its old number, and new employees are usually told about it within their first week, without any hospital administrator ever officially confirming why the change was made in the first place. Number 3. A grave that resists staying marked. A cemetery plot has reportedly had its headstone shift slightly out of alignment multiple times over several decades, despite the ground around it showing no signs of erosion, settling, or disturbance that would explain repeated movement of a stone that size. Cemetery groundskeepers have reset the stone properly each time, only to find it subtly shifted again within months, with no evidence of vandalism, animal disturbance, or ground movement ever recorded on the property's security footage. Number 2. A children's playground swing that moves against the wind. Multiple residents near a public playground have reported one specific swing moving steadily on completely still, windless days, while every other swing on the same set remains motionless. City maintenance crews have inspected the swing's chain and structure multiple times and found nothing mechanically different from the others. And the swing has since become something of a quiet local legend, with parents sometimes half joking to their kids that it's simply someone else's turn whenever they notice it moving on its own. And number 1. A small town where the local church bell rings itself at exactly 3 a.m. every single year on the same specific date, despite the bell tower being sealed and inaccessible for decades. Longtime residents describe the sound as unmistakable and consistent, always exactly 3 tolls, always stopping abruptly after the third. Church officials have confirmed the tower's access door has been welded shut since a structural repair decades ago, meaning no person could physically reach the bell to ring it manually. No mechanical or electrical system exists in the tower capable of producing the sound. And yet, every single year, on that same date, at that same hour, residents across town report hearing it clearly, all at once, regardless of which direction their homes face relative to the church itself. No official investigation has ever produced an explanation. The town has largely stopped trying to explain it and instead treats it quietly as simply part of the town's calendar, the one night a year nobody sleeps particularly well, and nobody talks about why until the subject comes up naturally the next morning over coffee, as though everyone silently agreed years ago not to make more of it than necessary. 10 mysteries, 10 places, not one single confirmed explanation among them. If any of these gave you chills, let us know in the comments which one you'd actually want investigated in person. And if you know of a local mystery like this from your own town, send it in. We read every single submission. Subscribe for more true horror mysteries every single week, right here on Night Horror Talk. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.